And they're also loyal to the Kukodamon, but unlike the Gremlins, they get distracted easily. And are always hungry and want to put stuff in their mouth.
Okay.
Okay. We can wait a minute. We can convince a Normling to put sugar in his mouth.
Yes.
Sure. Also, doesn't candy, at least some candy, contain sugar?
Yes.
Lots of sugar.
Right.
Yes.
But we're not going to give up our candy.
We do not need to. Come to the kitchen table.
Yeah. What? When we find that, when he comes back and tells us all that,
Yes.
I grin and I pour some sugar into the super soaker and start
Indeed.
mixing it up with the water.
Ooh, nasty.
Yes. We have this big 2-pound bag of sugar, large family, and we're commandeering it.
Yes. Well, I mix the sugar in with the water in the super soaker, so I shake it up really good and then I strap it back to my chest.
Right. The rest of the sugar goes into the makeshift bag.
When suddenly you hear some commotion outside. You hear some sirens and like screeching tires, and then you hear like a man, like he's like holding a bullhorn or something, like he has this amplified voice, and he says, "All right, come out of the house. We got you surrounded."
Okay.
It seems that my alter ego is needed.
Doctor Strange?
Yes, indeed. I will step out of the house.
Yes. And yeah, you notice that a cop car is like sitting there right on your front lawn. They just drove into the lawn, probably knocking a bunch of stuff over. And yeah, officers Frank and Dave are standing there with their guns drawn.
And they pointed at a 10-year-old dressed like a candy bar. I mean,
yes. Stick 'em up, punk! We got you surrounded.
I'll put my hands up. Goes. What are you doing? Why are you here?
Breaking and entering, huh? You hoodlums are getting more daring every year.
I live here.
Prove it.
I'm James Voorhees.
Give me a weakness roll.
Always telling stories.
Oh.
We will be here forever.
9.
It says 1.
Oh, it went to 1. Okay. Quirky success!
That means your... Oh, this is complicated. That means your weakness has a quirky success. So your weakness takes effect, but something positive also happens.
Okay.
This is complicated. I can't think of anything. We'll just go with it. He just comes up to you and he says, "James Voorhees, yeah, we've heard enough about you and your stories. You're coming with us." And the other one goes, "Where are your accomplices?"
You know what? I look up and I say, "Christine, James is in trouble."
She doesn't care.
I don't care.
What? What happened? She puts her cell phone
The cops think he broke into the house.
But
it's
he
his
lives
house.
here, doesn't he?
Yeah, you need to help him.
Oh, OMG, alright, I'll go take care of it.
Thank you, Christine.
Okay.
I love you.
Rushes out
Christine
the door.
will...
Okay, that's the
think
positive
Christine-
thing that happens then. She comes to help you
Christine will find James Voorhees in handcuffs, probably.
out. No, not in handcuffs, but they have you basically at gunpoint.
OMG.
Officers Frank and Fred are a little overzealous.
A little bit, yeah.
Gee.
And Christine comes in there and goes, "Oh my God! Aren't you overreacting a little bit, officers? It's just a kid. He lives here. This is the Voorhees home." That's what they
And
all
Fred goes,
say.
on the ground, punk! On the ground! Spread him!
Christine keeps standing there, crosses her arms. Why didn't you just go check the mailbox? they look to each other, and the big black guy goes, "You go check it out, Fred. I'll keep an eye on them." And the other one like nods, and he like goes towards the mailbox, and he looks at it, and he
Make
like
my day, punk.
there's like this pause, and he says, "Yeah, it says Voorhees." Oh, Frank then goes, "Well, we got a report from the neighbor, said that she saw some suspicious activity in the house, and she knew that there was nobody home, so she called us."
Well, we just wanted to.
What? What's this? And then Frank was like patting you down, and suddenly like pulls out these keys.
Oh,
Why do you have car keys?
I found them. I was going to give it to someone who, it belonged to.
And
It's
then
not mine.
the guy with the big mustache and the motorcycle helmet, Fred, like comes closer and says, "What? Frank, we got a report of a stolen car? Yeah, that might be it. Hey, good job, kids."
Oh my god.
Come, officers.
That means the real culprits are still out there. And then Frank goes, "Let's roll." And they like rush back into their car.
Oh my god, those guys are...
And then they knock over a fire hydrant and drive off.
Oh my
Of course they Of course they
And you hear car alarms going off.
Wow. Just wow.
Yeah, those are your local neighborhood cops. Your parents sleep much easier at night.
They're a menace.
They're worse than I am.
Sunnydale is
Richard,
finally
you get your
getting
future
the law
job.
enforcement they need.
Yes,
The law enforcement they deserve.
yes.
The guardians of the galaxy.
I think we could easily put Frank and Fred into the Hot Fuzz movie.
Nice movie.
Yes.
Alright. As we all are finally finished with that encounter, I walk out front with the rest of them, locking the door behind me, making sure the key's put back.
Mhm.
Oh, I do need to point something out. When he said the neighbor lady called, he pointed to the Robertson house.
Oh.
The
And there are still
Neighbor
lights on there.
Okay, then we stop over at the Robertson house.
Yes. Payback. Investigation.
Yeah. Alright.
Let's do it.
Yes, indeed. Let's go for it.
Right. So, do you ring the doorbell?
Yep.
Yeah. What else should we ring?
Okay.
Eddie?
Alright.
I ring
Yeah, wait for a moment, and then a very nice looking lady with curly hair. She looks like she's in her early to mid 60s, and she wears some glasses. She like looks at you and says, "Oh, aren't you wearing nice costumes? Oh, you're just adorable. Let me go get the candy." And she like smiles at you.
I say nothing and let her do so.
Yep.
Norman is
We have to
again staying a bit further back.
You note that all the signs are gone.
Oh yeah. Not everybody here hates Halloween.
No. And she comes back with this bowl of candy and she says, "And here's one for you, and here's one for you, sweetie, and here you go, here you go."
Mrs. Robertson,
I need energon.
where's your husband?
Oh! Yes, hold on, I need his name. Okay. Ernest drove off in a hurry, muttering something about kids and that they're ruining Halloween, and it isn't what it used to be. He was rummaging in the attic for a while, and he had this big dusty book with him, and then he drove off in a hurry. Whenever he gets like this, I just let him do what he wants, because otherwise he'll start rambling rambling again to me. And once his mind made up, there's no stopping him anyway. So I'm just watching.
Do you know where he went?
Sorry, sweetie, I have no idea why.
Because he said something earlier. It was really strange, but I think that it might help us with this thing that we're doing for school. It's this this thing
Science
about
project.
like
History.
yeah, it's a thing about history where like it was a long time ago, the convergence of the Nexus, the spirits actually came to this earth to try and
Yes.
take it
Well,
over and destroy it, and
he's
all
always
this.
talking about his family and well, well, according to the stories, the Robertsons were like witch hunters, and they like stopped all sorts of nasty critters. But you shouldn't believe that. That's just make believe.
No, I know, but it's part of our history thing, and that's why we were wanting to talk to
By
him.
the way,
We
you know
need
what
his
she
help.
gave you?
What'd you give us?
M&Ms.
She gave you a wrapped up caramel apple,
Nice.
and she said she made that herself.
Oh, I'm like actually gonna
You are
hug her.
awesome,
I'm
Mrs.
gonna give
Robertson.
her a hug
Mhm.
because she's awesome,
Oh
and I'm
yeah.
gonna say, well, I really need to know if you can remember anything else about this because it would really be helpful for our school project. It's kind of important.
Yeah. We'll get amazing grades if we get this right.
I don't know. He took a book with him, and he was muttering something. But if it's
What was
really
he
that
muttering?
important, if that is really that important, you should talk to my sister-in-law, Martha. She knows all about that sort of stuff. She's way more interested in her family history than Robert is.
Oh.
Yeah, but Martha's right now on a motorcycle chasing kids
yeah.
and scaring the crap
she
out
like
of them.
shakes her head. Ah, that's so typical.
Wait! Could you call her and have her come here?
Sure, I have her cell phone number. No problem.
Yes!
If
You're
it's-
awesome! I love you, Mrs. Robertson.
If it's really that
You
important
are the
to
best.
It is. It really is. I know. I heard.
you, please, come on inside for a moment.
Awesome!
Mm-hmm.
And we go inside. I look over at Doctor Strange and I give him a thumbs up. This worked out better than I thought.
Would you all like
Indeed.
something to drink? Maybe some. I have like some lemonade, some
Do you have
cola. You
some
want me
tea
to
would
make
be
some hot
wonderful.
cocoa?
Some tea would be wonderful.
Hot cocoa.
You want hot cocoa?
Co- Cola since we are kids.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo,
Sure.
since English is not your native language, do you know what hot cocoa is?
Well,
Hot chocolate milk.
Yes.
yes. Well,
Just throwing it out there.
That's something most kids like.
well,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess
That's something
if-
I like.
It's It's either
It's-
chocolate milk or if you get it in packets, you can put it in water,
Yes.
and it's
Mm.
it's a chocolate drink that you put little marshmallows in.
Yes.
I
But
heard
anyway,
first
she saw
drink.
that you were interested in hot cocoa, so she left to make that.
Yes, let's also.
It's pretty.
I'll
It's
also
getting a
drink.
little chilly outside anyway, so it would be nice probably to get some
Yes.
something hot in your body.
Yes, I'll take.
Hot.
Okay.
Sure.
And while she's in the kitchen, you hear her on the phone.
Yes.
It's a pretty old and rustic house, and you're sitting there on a couch, while some old spooky movie from the 50s is playing.
Ooh.
You hear like all kinds of woo noises, and there's this woman on screen going ah! Stuff like that.
That's
really
so
corny
fake.
stuff.
You can see the wires.
Exactly.
Now,
It's
question
Halloween
is,
night, so they play a lot of dumb movies like that.
indeed, we must also consider how we're going to do this. Are we going to stay with the story of history, or are we going to confide in Margot, Miss Robertson's with the truth?
The only thing I can think about being wrong with the truth is that they won't believe us.
Indeed, I have often tried to tell them things to know. We'll stick with the history story.
Yes. Yes, we definitely need to stick with the history
Remember,
story.
our first priority is to find out where the unhallowed ground,
Bless you.
the unhallowed ground is.
Yeah, well, the unhallowed ground we can find out from the priest when we go help with the ghost thing, I'm thinking.
It is still very good to ask them, because
True.
it may be so that the priest does not know all of the unholy grounds.
Very true, very true. Alright, so we figure that out, and then we see if there's maybe like an old family site or something that they would use that Mr. Robertson could have gone to.
I'm back, and she like comes in with like a big platter, and she like starts like giving everybody like a cup of hot cocoa with like marshmallow floating in it.
Yes!
So,
I sip it very carefully because it's like burning hot right now.
I called up Marta, and she will be here in a couple of minutes.
Yeah!
Norman will, for the moment, take off his helmet so it doesn't get soaked or anything.
Foggy.
Sure.
Besides,
Those are some
Intake.
really great costumes. He like looks to Norman. What are you? Some kind of an alien?
Well, I'm an astronaut in.
Yes.
I'm Jebediah Kerman.
Nice. She like smiles at you, even though she has no idea what you're talking about.
she recognized some words in that sentence.
Yes, exactly. She looks to James, and she says, she like waits for a moment and says, very colorful Dracula.
He's
not
Dracula's
quite.
Sesame Street version.
Not
Yes,
quite,
the Count.
Not quite, Mrs. Robertson. I lack the fangs, you see. No, I am in fact Doctor Strange. It is an honor to meet you.
Yes, thank you. It's a great costume anyway. She has no idea who you're talking about.
Yep.
And she looks to
I've
Eddie. Yes. You're Rambo, aren't you, young man?
Yes, I am.
Very nice. And she like looks to Bumblebee. And she goes, and a robot.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well,
Nice kids.
I was watching this movie. You can like join me if you want until she gets here. Well, it might be a little too scary for you. Maybe I should turn on something else.
No, it's okay, Mrs. Robertson. After what we've seen tonight, I don't think much can scare us.
She like smiles at you and says, "Oh yes, you're right with all the violent movies that there are nowadays. You kids are probably used to a lot worse than this."
Yes, movies.
Yeah,
Yes,
movies.
indeed.
The violent movies, yeah, definitely.
Yes. So yeah, you're like watching the corny movie with her for a while, while you finish your cup of hot cocoa. When suddenly you hear like
Oh God.
and the lady like gets up and says, "Oh, that'll be her," and she like goes to the door.
I just shake my head as I wait for it.
And yeah, you hear some talking. You hear some talking in the door, and then suddenly a witch walks into the house, and she says, "Ah, Now finally you're mine, pretties! There's no place to run!
Get her.
Yes,
We
it's her.
propose a truce, for we feel that there is a more important issue at hand than our everlasting war.
And what would that be?
History.
You notice the Mrs. Robertson just like shaking her head and going back to the couch.
History.
Yes, indeed. We are in search of ancient knowledge to help us. Yes, to help us educate our minds.
And what
And
would
of-
that be?
Well, Mrs. Robertson here was telling us a little bit about your family history about witch hunters, and this actually helps us with a school project we're
She looks a
working
little
on.
more serious now.
It's a history lesson of, different family. We have a project that we have to do for different families in the area, and we are all given different families randomly. Our group was given the Robertson family.
Give me a nerve roll. Yeah, just give me a nerve roll.
Okay. "14 critical success!"
Ah, you got lucky. Oh, by the way, I completely forgot Christine, but yeah, she's also there drinking hot cocoa. Oh, is that so? What would you like to know? She believes you.
I would
Nice.
like to know everything you could tell me, from how your family did it, to sacred sites that they would use, to like any kind of information that could be useful in any way, shape, or form.
I don't know where to start. My family used to do these things a long time ago. They called themselves witch hunters, but they didn't just hunt witches. They just hunted all kinds of evil monsters. Monsters that
Awesome.
stalk the night and grab children from their beds to eat them.
Like Nomlins and Gromlins?
She paused for a moment. She thought that would scare you. She is.
And we take it as fact, yes.
Yeah, she pauses and said, "That. Wait a second." She wags her finger. Are you trying to pull a trick on me? Pull an old fast one on old Lady Robertson?
No. We were told that there was something called Nomlins and Gromlins that like to capture children in our studies. They like to capture them and eat them.
It is, of course, part of the mythology of this place. Of this realm. My apologies.
Okay, who was talking? Yeah, mainly Eddie. She suddenly becomes completely serious, and she grabs Eddie by the shoulder and says, "What do you know about the Dungeon Division?"
She knows.
I look at her and I say, well, a cuckoo demon needs a certain amount of ingredients to create a meal that
She
is
lets go of
eaten-
you and looks shocked.
that is eaten in the place that he's trying to become real and corporeal, and he needs an intelligent being from that place
Do
to
you
eat.
know those things?
I look
Research.
up at her. You know what?
I
I
am, madam.
turn back
I
to
am
Dr.
I am the Sorcerer Supreme. I do have some knowledge.
I turn back to Dr. Strange and I say,
Just chill,
you know
bro.
what?
How could you? She looks very confused.
We met them.
You know what?
Yes.
You're
What?
right, Dr. Strange. We need
fought
to
some
tell
more.
her.
That's
Yes.
impossible.
I hold up the club and I say,
I
"Is
give
this
her a
possible?"
I give her a coin.
And
And
she
tell-
looks to Mrs. Robertson. Will you excuse us for a moment, Barbara? We need to show them my motorcycle. And she urges you to go outside with her.
Yes. Yes. All right. I guess we did have to tell her the truth.
Wow, this family is awesome.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, once that you're outside with her, she says, "All right, what do you know? Tell me everything."
I will tell her everything, and show her the coins.
And I'll show her the club.
Ooh,
And
the
I'll
cell
show
phone.
the demonic cell phone.
Oh, and I have the piece of paper.
Oh yes, very important.
What? Oh no. Where's Ernest?
He left with
Mr.
a
Robertson?
dusty old book.
Yes, my brother. Dusty old. She like looks
From
shocked
the
for a moment.
attic.
She like just rushes back in, and you hear her
Follow!
like
follow.
shouting, "Barbara, did Ernest leave with an old book?" She like turns around. Oh yes, he left like a couple of hours ago with a book on his arm, muttering angrily. And she like turns back to you, and you saw him shortly before that, didn't you?
Yes, I
Indeed.
did. He told us about that the old ones were going to come back, and this world was in for a reckoning.
She interrupts you. She says that she like looks to Mrs. Robertson again. Barbara, I'm going to like quickly go upstairs the attic. I'll be right back. No need. Just keep sitting. I'll let myself in. She like rushes off.
I will follow her.
No.
But there's a wealth of arcane knowledge there. It is
Yes,
my duty
but
as Supreme Sorcerer to,
This is a family thing.
She's like stomping up the stairs. You can literally like hear her going up the stairs, even though she's no longer in view.
Well, if you want to follow her, then follow her real quick. But just be quick about it. Don't get stuck up there.
If you want to
Thanks
follow
for
her,
mo-
you'll follow her. I'm not gonna stop you.
I do wish to follow her, though you are right. This would be intruding upon family matters. I
Who
think it
knows
would be
what
better.
old arcane books are stored up there?
Yes, I know. I am sorely tempted.
You know what? Like, you could kind of invoke his weakness because it's all arcane knowledge.
Yeah. Give me a weakness roll. We'll let that decide. Yep, you're going up there.
I'm going up there. Yes, definitely.
Whoosh! Does anybody want to
Whoosh.
follow?
I look around at the group and I'm gonna let the group decide.
Trees, are you still there? I haven't heard you for a while.
No, I'm still here. I'm just listening.
Okay.
No, Norman is being shy and doesn't go.
Okay.
Of course.
Yes.
What about Dries?
No, I'm not going to invoke
He stays
invisibility.
put.
Okay. Then it's only James. So yeah, once you
I
get
have-
there,
Group, yeah.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you say, Richard?
I said I stay with the group because
Okay.
group without its leader.
Anyway, up there in the dusty old attic, there are like a bunch of old stuff stored there, but there's also a couple of really old chests, like actual antique chests. And one of the chests is currently open, and you see like Lady Robertson rummaging through it, and you note that there's all sorts of really old books in there, really old.
I read
Like
the titles.
bound in leather and with parchment instead of regular papers. Really old books.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
You
I
pick up
will
a book.
read. Yeah, and read. Well, is the title on the outside or on the inside?
Let's just say you now have a book called let's just say Demonic Practices.
Putting it down. I am not going to. I'm not going to cloud my mind with unnecessary information, especially not of the demonic sort.